Wonderful good day, everyone. It's time for another round of an auto match cast, exclusive for YouTube. I hope you're hyped. We have Mr. Caosak as OKW fielding GO, Elite Armored, and Overwatch Doctrine. And on the other side, we have Mr. Makros as Soviets with Guard Motor, Guard Rifle Combined Arms, and Mechanized Support Tactics. And he's going straight for a second engineer. So he's going for a T1 build, which I did not expect. That will be interesting. Like, Peanuts often be thought about a really good unit against OKW because the Clown Car has no counter in the early game, since the Volks lack the snare. But I feel that Peanuts are kind of lackluster in the late game. And it's a really risky strategy where when you do something wrong, or something backfires too early for you, you get really rolled by the OKW player. Meanwhile, Mr. Caosak went for Elite Armored, getting a Kubel on the field. Nothing unusual so far happening. Caosak sending his German Pioneer on the left-hand side, capping there, having one Volks Grenadier capping on the right-hand side. Capping wise, both players are roughly even, slight advantage there for Makros. The double engineer slot there is definitely benefiting him. Getting some nice wiring down for the middle position. So far, nothing unusual is happening. The clown car is now in the queue as well. Kübelwagen coming in will force off the engineers, or he's trying to stall, and it looks like he wants to stall. Nope, he's retreating once he sees the Stern Pioneer, and the hard labor of the Pioneers get destroyed. And the point gets decapped, Fuel Point gets decapped as well. And yeah, one big disadvantage of the strategy, in my opinion, is that Peanuts lack the combat power in the early game because he's one combat squad behind at the moment. If you count the Stern Pioneer as well, like 2 combat squads. Because the M3 or the Clown Car on itself is not a bad unit, but it's more of a support unit, not a great solo unit, because it can get outblocked there. But obviously it's great to pick up those struggling Volks. Which is weird, he didn't use the combat engineer that he had in his base to put it inside of the Clown Car to get the Flamer Clown Car, the standard Clown Car out. All Volks are retreating, Caosak getting the truck on the field, so only 2 Volks for him. He wants to speed up the timing for the 2-2-1. We have now the Peanut inside of the Clown Car. And here we go. The Kubel has to be careful there, but he's already retreating. Yes, a little bit late though. Might die. Yeah, he will die. Or not. Really lucky there from Mr. Caosak. Pioneers are really low HP, and retreating. Caosak has enough resources to queue the 2-1, and he does so. Probably will get the 3rd Volks soonish. Kübelwagen getting some nice damage done there. Meanwhile, the Clown Car gets Veterancy 1. No, it has the ability to cap. Or is it? Ah, it's Veterancy 2, right? Sorry. I thought it's Veterancy 1. You get Overdrive from Veterancy 1. Oh yeah, true. The Clown Car is getting some nice pickups there. The 50 cal on it has some good long range DPS there, so not too bad. But let's see. I have no idea who will actually win. The 2-2-1 or the Clown Car. I think when the 2-2-1 is upgraded, obviously the 2-2-1. But I have no idea, and it looks like the 2-1 will win easily there. Not even close. The 2-1 gets some heavy beating there, but should be fine. Peanut has retreat. Meanwhile, though, the map control really shifted into the favor of Makros getting the decap there on the cutoff and cutting away the biggest resource income from Caosak as well. But let's see how he will adapt to the threat of the 2-1, because it's definitely a threat that he has to deal with. From my personal experience against the 2-1, I like to rush the quad when you have the map control, because the quad is really good at shutting down the 2-1, especially since a lot of players don't want to get the upgrade to save the fuel. But I think the upgrade is a must-have. Yeah, it's not that cheap, but getting the map hack for detecting vehicles close by in the fog of war is such a strong tool to have. Like, it basically makes you 2-1 undiveable, because you will see when there's a light vehicle coming. Let's get the decap on the ammo point and retreating. No need to waste any manpower there fighting the 2-1. Tier 3 is coming up, so we're probably going to see an M5. Ammo was spent on something, but I'm not sure what. We have a flamer, but he should have enough ammo already for getting the M5 upgrade. So maybe a mine, or he was just lacking ammo. Lacking ammo there. Not sure. Caosak getting after his third. And yes, there was a mine. Sadly, no unit to capitalize on it. But yeah, after Caosak getting after third Volksgrenadier and MG. M5 on the way for Makros. Caosak only now getting the medic upgrade first. Yeah. The 2-1 is putting a lot of pressure on Makros, but he's able to deal with it so far. Like, it's not the end of the world, but can you really see like the map control shifted into the favor of Caosak? Double fuel, triple cap. But with the quad on the field, he should be able to fight back, unless he loses really early to something, which we hopefully won't see there. No snare from Caosak. Only now getting the upgrade, but obviously Makros doesn't know that. He's expecting that the Caosak already has snare at minute 7. Nearly 8. Ooh, there would have been the opportunity for a retreat satchel, but this opportunity is obviously long gone. But getting some nice manpower damage done there. What not changing sides there. Flak half track on the way from Caosak. It's interesting. So he thinks he can cope with the threat of the M5. He doesn't need a Raketen right away. Instead wants to get the half track there. And the half track is a great tool against OKW. From OKW against the Soviet player when he goes OP nil. Since the half track, countering the half track without an AT gun is really tough. The flak half track, because the suppression obviously make BTRS-based anti-tank from the Soviets less efficient. Hübel will probably die. Oh, the flak hit the mine, but there's nothing to finish it off. Hübel goes down, but gets abandoned. You should destroy it, because this is 12 fuel. Basically the best payout that you could get as OKW from a scavenge. Getting now the upgrade. Oh, gets the suppression there. The mine got revealed. Oh, the half track has to be careful there. Gets the suppression there, but not the half track from the... Oh, the other flak half track is coming in. He's now trying to run. The mine will soon get... Oh, he will hit the mine. I think he will forget about it and will hit it. Now it's in camo, he will no retreat. Flak half Shrek will go down. Oh no, he made the right call there. Flak half track gets the kill on the quad. I was expecting that he will hit the bite over there. I was a little bit overexcited. The abandoned half track gets. Oh, Flak half track might die to the BTRS. Nice volley there. 2-1 smokes. And the MG34 gets the suppression running. And the penal gets forced off. I would say great engagement there from Caosak, getting all that he wanted, getting rid of the quad for literally nothing. So yeah, when you hit the mine, always retreat into a more safe area. And Makros feels under so much pressure that he actually opts to go for a really long tier 3 and gets the T70. I think the T70 now has to pull some weight there, otherwise he will fall behind insanely, by an insane amount. Cause he's already behind fuel-wise. And now getting a second light vehicle will delay his tier 4 even more. And keep in mind, he doesn't have access to an AT gun, so when he falls behind even more, he's forced to build tier 2 for AT guns. And that will be really, really costly. We have a guard, by the way, on the field, but the guard is lacking the upgrade, getting the flank on the MG34. Luck coming out again, repaired fully. T17 on the field. Got getting a little bit of damage done there. All Volks are retreated. Now we have the Raketten on the way. Caosak's tag a little bit exposed there. We'll lose the truck probably. Half-track also a little bit exposed. Truck goes down. Not the end of the world, obviously. But an annoying loss nonetheless.
Dispatching alternate command truck now. Ready for battle. No enemy contact.
Demo on the way on the house. I would have placed it on this side, so it's not that obvious for Caosak, because now in this spot he's more likely to see it. Demo down. 70 dishing out some nice damage. Second T70 on the way for Makros, so he really wants to do it or break it strategy, all in. And let's see how this will play out. 2-1 being set up and generating some extra resources there for Caosak. That's nice to see. DP is now on the way for the guard. Second T70 will hit any second the field. A little bit exposed. Will the guards get the penals of volley off? Not really. The infamous ass to the frontline move there. Not matter that much on light vehicles, since of that we would get penetrated either way. But nonetheless, obviously the turret needs to turn and then you are less effective. Raketten on the retreat path. Black half track under pressure. Second T70 will get snared. Rex doing some damage there. Oh, T70s have to fall back. One Volks went down somewhere, sorry for that we didn't saw it. This T70 will bite the dust. Unless he rolls insanely well, but nope.
We are suffering vehicle losses. Squad back to full strength.
Hackers on the field, the new one for Caosak. Map control wise though, it's looking not too shabby for Mr. Makros. The double T70 definitely gave him a few seconds of more map control, but will he be able to hold it? We see the infamous sandbag via sandwich there. Basically every time a sandbag gets built. Ooh, that's a little bit confident there with the double charge. I think a double buy would be better.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
But if Makros believes, I will believe as well. Sweeping the mines the classical way by stepping onto them. Now we have the game carrier unit, the 120mm mortar. And with the loss of the Volksgrenadier, is Caosak now mainly relying on his support weapons, and the 120mm mortar will definitely be an issue there.
Capturing supply sector.
Guards coming forward. Ooh, I think when they go over here, they will where's the point of where they... I think when they retreat from here, they will go that way, right? MG might get blown up. Indeed, so in the end, Makros believed. And now he's running a donation service there for Mr. Now Caosak running a donation service there for Makros. Looks like the believing had paid out in the end.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
We have Ober on the way, the infamous way for OKW to replace infantry losses, just get Obers. Oh. I think they will retreat this way. I don't know what to watch. On the one hand, I want to see the Stern Pioneers get blown to bits. Did he blow it? No, he has no line of sight! It would have been so glorious. But map control really in the favor at the moment for Makros. He won't be too mad. Second Ober on the way. And the Obers will definitely shred those penals. But on the other, Caosak is lacking the ammo for the MG34 upgrade, so the Obers still are a threat to deal with, but obviously less so when they don't have an MG34. Tier 4 coming up for Mr. Makros. And it looks like he equalized the field there resource-wise. Both players are roughly up the same amount of fuel there. Makros even slightly more so, even though he went double light vehicle. Or even triple light vehicle. Meanwhile, the MG is now putting some pressure on Caosak, and Caosak will bite his own ass for losing the MG34 to something like that. Caosak really tries to equalize the resource field there with the 2-1, which makes sense, but only I think it's still a potent fighting vehicle there, and it's kind of a waste there, just let it sit on the point. The 120mm mortar is, if you look at the stats, it doesn't look that much on this game, but just the pure pressure from it and forcing Caosak to constantly relocate, to try to dodge it, is already doing a lot of work there. Oh, Makros are setting up an ambush there with their guards. Oh, with a retreat nade! Nice retreat nade, and that's it dead. Sorry for the bad camera movement there, but we catch the wipe anyways. Two to one getting combat ready once again. Makros getting closer and closer to a T-3485. T-70 on the far right hand side flag as well, but there's the Raketen. Firebox Grenadier get forced off. Raketen setting up. Will they get a shot in? Nope, they're not setting up. They're in the movement. No, they're setting up. Do they have vision? Just so not. Raketen getting a shot in. Now the T-70 has to fall back. But the mortar probably no... Yeah. Just sheer chance of getting hit by the 120mm mortar forced the Raketen to retreat. Obers have no snares, so the T-70 can get into close range there. And looks like Makros will still beat Caosak in the medium tank race. T-3485 is in the queue. Even though he went triple light vehicle, and still he was able to beat Caosak there in the medium tank race with a premium medium. Oh, Flamer will die. Oh, that was really sloppy there by Makros. Oh, and they dropped even the Flamer. Will we see the return of the Flamer penals? 2016 called, once its meta back, or its unit upgrade back. And the map control is again in the favor of Caosak. But you can really see now with the MG34 and the 120mm mortar, Caosak can't get control over the middle, only on the flanks. We have the P4 now in the way. And the second Raketen. And and that will be an issue there. I think. Oh, T-34 going in, even attacking the flag half track. Completely overkill there. Not even would have not been even needed there. Well, reduces the shot that it needed to kill the flag in that situation to 1. Gets a nice damage against the Raketen. What a great debut for the T-3485. T4 nicely covering this cutoff. And we have the P4 on the field. Let's see if we get the tank command on the P4. And yes, here we go. More vision and I think more accuracy. Yeah. And obviously coordinated barrage. But since there are no AT guns on the field, coordinated barrage is a little bit less effective. But the P4 with the heat shells are definitely a fearsome enemy there. MG has to retreat, getting shredded by an Ober that got the flank off. Nice hit there from the P4. Will they get the way? I don't think so. P4 has to be careful. Will he jump over the wall? Yes, here we go. Will he eat the satchel? Nope. But the Obers might die. Oh, nice hit there from the P4. Nearly getting the wipe on the penals. And the heat now, and that's the T-3485. Especially why, because he parked on his own mortar there. T-70 will die as well. The ghost inside of the T-34 moved the turret. And I think that's game actually. Not sure though. The lack of an AT gun will make the P4 the god of the battlefield now. And now we have a DP on the... Ah, they didn't drop the Flamer, they dropped the DP over there. So he had the DP actually picked up with the Flamer Pioneer. Yeah, the P4 now can bully just everyone there.
Losing territory.
The P4 is doing some nice work there.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
And then meanwhile Makros denied decap on the far left hand side and is trying to cap the... or... not Makros, but Caosak is capping the right hand side. And the P4 is a nemesis there. We have the peanuts of the DPs. That's actually not too shabby, not too bad, but... the map is more and more getting blue and Makros won't be happy about that. P4 continuing with his bully. Close to veteran C2. New T-34-85 is soon a possibility. But what can the Soul T-34-85 achieve against the Heat P4 backed up by double Raketen? I don't think that much, especially since Caosak is now queuing his second P4. Well, Makros decided to get an SU-85. He thought, like, I need some decent anti-tank, and that's really a desperation unit, I think. Ober's getting some nice damage done there, forcing the penals to retreat. Yeah, not sure what Makros can achieve in this game. I think the SU-85 will be short-lived there. He can't protect it, right? When Caosak groups up both his Obers, or even with his third Ober, pushes and forces the infantry of Makros to retreat, SU-85 will be open, and he P4 plus the Raketen with the second P4. It will just melt the SU-85 in seconds. SU-85 reveals itself, gets the first shot off, but misses. Obers, by the way, hit finally the magical threshold of veteran C2. Heat gets propped, gets a nice shot in, will get the second shot in, nice. Will get satcheled in returned. But SU-85 goes down. P4 is badly wounded, but should be fine and escaping. Ober's moving up. Or not, the BTS are doing some nice damage there. But yeah, the tank commander artillery gets the wipe there. And I think Makros dropped. Let's see till the game says the same thing. But since there's no reaction from either player, Makros dropped, and now it takes some time for the game to realize that. Or not? Did they software treat it, or is it just the AI? Or did actually the 120mm mortar got the wipe off there? Because there's no movement going on besides the occasional. Yeah, Makros dropped. A great feature that they brought into the game with the 64-bit version. Let's speed it up because the game is obviously over. Let's wait till the game also realizes that. Now Makros surrendered. He actually surrendered! They probably had the chat, that's why. So yeah. A great show of Elite Armored and why it's so great. And one more case or one more example for my case why penals are not the best unit choice, or the tech itself not the best is. But nonetheless, a great performance by both players. And yeah, I hope you liked what you saw. I definitely did. And if you liked it even more by just seeing it and want to see more in the future, feel free to drop a sub on YouTube and a like and a comment, because that will help me out greatly. And thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time. Bye bye.